is the Green Bay Packers wide receivers really this bad?
I don't. I think that's an overreaction to call them awful. I think they're young and quite frankly, they're untested. So they're gonna have to grow, and I think you can expect a lot of badness from the Green Bay Packers receivers this year because they're so young. They have to learn. That game was so disappointing if you were rooting for the Packers, in as much as Christian, yeah. Just to say, yeah.
That's why it's called overreaction, Justin. The problem is Aaron Rodgers does not trust people quite fast enough. So if you look at the game, Christian Washington dropped that pass. Christian Washington didn't see the ball no more that game until Aaron Rodgers went to the bench and the backup came in. So that tells you something, that I don't think it's the receivers per se. I think it's the fact that he has to earn their trust.
You're a hater on Aaron Rodgers, by the way. I just think everyone that's watching should know that. You're a hater.
You watched the EP for 100.
However, no, he had a bad game. There's no denying
that's all
that.
I'm saying.
I think there's nothing really to worry about with the Packers, Aaron Rodgers, or with the receivers, because it's just the fact they need time. Okay, if you're watching the comments, you just
oh my god,
Anita's comment.
Okay. Yeah.
It's gonna work out. He's done that for the last 2 years, and he got the MVP. So he said it's working for him. So we'll see what happens. I am not panicked about the Green Bay receivers. I'm not panicked about Aaron Rodgers. I think that's gonna come together in time. Question: Elijah Mitchell is out for a few months. Do you play Ramondre Stevenson or James Robinson? The answer to that is James Robinson. James Robinson has better projection points by only 2 points. I like Ramondre Stevenson, but based off that first game, I am not much liking the way that offense is looking. And James Robinson is potentially the one down there in Jacksonville. So, yeah.
And then another thing, projection points really don't mean nothing. To be honest
take
with
them
you.
or leave them. Yeah.
I mean, you can kind of like take it or leave it on projections. You got to go based off of a feel. You go based off of matchup. You go based off. There's a lot of things you put into perspective when you got actually pick it. Unless it's your stud player that you're just gonna play every week. Then if it's a guy you got to think about, it's more of a matchup thing or volume thing that you do. You really don't go off projections.
Don't pick these guys based off their projections.
No.
Their projections. Hey, I was projected to lose a lot of games this week, and I won 5 out of 7. Projections mean nothing. You're projected to beat me, by the way.
I know, but that don't mean that. Projections don't mean that.
And I'll come back to the statement. Projections don't mean nothing.
Yeah, projections don't mean
Sorry, I just got to that comment Justin said that Cam Akers was projected a lot and had the same fantasy points as us. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
0.
So that don't mean nothing.
Can you see? Is that a 0 online?
Yeah, it is.
There you go. So I don't think they have a winnable game this whole time. Dak Prescott is out.
He believe in Danny Dimes. Danny Dimes ain't been good, bro. I don't believe you here.
No, Danny Dimes is not it, but Danny Dimes is better than Cooper Rush.
Oh,
any day of the week.
Cooper Rush is not even.
But the whole point is the Cowboys can't afford to. They didn't score a touchdown. The only team in the NFL this week who did not score a touchdown, and that was with Dak Prescott there for most of the game. I think their season is over. Let's get to his question. Should he trade Cam Akers and Darren Waller for Javonte Williams and Robert Tonyan?
No. I'm not trading Darren Waller, first of all.
Darren Waller is going to go off this week, by the way.
Yeah, I'm not trading Darren Waller. Javonte Williams is good. Robert Tonyan,
so.
Yeah, so. I mean, you're really making a trade for Darren Waller comes to Williams.
Exactly. Javonte Williams is in a timeshare. I know people say Javonte Williams is going to be the guy. He's it. Did we mention that the Broncos coach is awful and like super awful? So I'm with you. I'm not doing this trade. I think Darren Waller is going to make up for anything that Cam Akers doesn't do. So I'm with you. I don't do that trade. Trey Lance should get benched for Jimmy Garoppolo. The floor is yours.
No, not even. In 2019 versus Washington, I was actually at that game. I tailgated in the rain. I stood in the rain. I was drenched in the rain. I pretty much caught a cold by the time I got home. It was that much rain. Garoppolo went 12 for 21. He had 151 yards and an interception, and we won 9-0. In 2021, another Mud Bowl game, he was 16 for 27. He had 181 yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 bad interceptions, and 2 sacks. So you can't sit here and say that you want to bench Trey Lance, but you didn't want to bench Jimmy Garoppolo. So therefore, to me, that doesn't make any sense.
But we don't have to go game by game. We can just go. We can go straight to the conclusion that Jimmy G is a terrible quarterback, and benching Trey Lance for Jimmy G makes absolutely no sense.
Thank you.
There's no benching necessary because it's just way too early. But here's what's I find interesting about this: people are going out of their way to criticize Trey Lance and say Jimmy G did this, Jimmy G did that, when that team is the whole reason. The criticism comes, one, because the 49ers are so Super Bowl ready. They're set at basically every position. But you've had Jimmy G for years, and it's been evidence upon evidence. He ain't the guy that's going to get it done. It reminds me of what Patrick Mahomes was saying in the offseason when they said that Pat was playing street ball. And he said it's kind of weird that guys like him and Lamar Jackson and Kyler Murray always get this extra criticism that other quarterbacks just don't get.
Nobody's really talking about the fact that Zach Wilson threw for 9 touchdowns and 11 interceptions and had a QBR rating of 69 last year. Trey Lance literally played 6 total games, not started 6, but he was in 6 total games and had a higher QBR rating than Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, and Justin Fields. We're not going to talk bad about Mac Jones because it's Mac Jones, it's Trevor Lawrence, it's Zach Wilson. But we're gonna bag on Trey Lance because he's just not that good. But you're not saying Zach Wilson not that good though.